What is up, my fellow traders or my fellow people interested in getting into trading? Today I wanted to go over why I have a YouTube channel and what I do to record my psychological trading journal and what that's all about, because I think that people could absolutely be captivating on a few different things here. So for one, I'm not good at journaling. For two, I'm not good at taking a bunch of screenshots and doing a bunch of things and then putting them into data holes and then spreadsheeting and doing things. Am I capable at it? Of course. Do I do well when I do things like that? Abso-freaking-fruitly. I absolutely do. But I have decided that YouTube is going to be my journal, and it has been. If you go to my channel, you'll look, I'm just uploading daily. Pow, pow, pow. The trades I'm taking, the thoughts, the breakdowns, the whatever is going on in my head, that's what we're doing and that's what we're working on. So I wanted to bring some insight on why I'm doing this and why I'm creating this type of content. For one, it is hopefully going to be helpful to somebody one day, but I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not a guru either. I'm not going to give you advice. I'm not going to tell you how to trade. I'm not going to tell you what you should do. Will I give my opinion? Yes. Will I absolutely share my journey? 100%. Will I take the time to sit here and tell you what strategy you should do? Nah. Will I tell you what I think about sizing in and contracting and using a stop loss and a take profit and the reasoning behind that? For sure. On my journey, absolutely. Because here's the thing. Is it a lot of work to sit here and create these videos and to teach other people and myself what we're working on and why we're working on it? Yes. But most importantly, when I need to go back and analyze what's going on with me, what's going on with my trades. For one, I use TopStepX. All my data is in my account. And I'm not blowing accounts anymore. I'm actually paying subscription and earning free resets. And I'm more focused on my strategy. I'm more focused on my discipline. I'm more focused on the process. I can scale up later. We can worry about all the details of that later. So I can go in here, pull a file of all my trades if I need to, upload it into ChatGPT or Claude or one of these AI agents, and I can take it and say, hey, what do you think I'm doing good? What are my best trading times? What is my best trading strategy from what you've noticed with my trades? So I don't really need to sit here and document too much, because I can go and analyze my performance, my data, my trades, the time of my trades, and all of those things. What I'm more interested in, what was going on? How was I feeling? What was happening that day? Was there personal things going on? Should I have been on the charts? Should I have not been on the charts? Like for today example, what I did was had a lot of paperwork and a lot of things going on. I have a lot of things going on with my house. There's some hail damage that took place. I got to get a hold of contractors. I got to figure out who's going to fix this stuff and all that. Well, it's kind of stressing me out. Then I have some other things I have to take care of. That's gathering a lot of paperwork and getting things together and spreadsheets and doing all of this stuff to help with these things that are going on, because on top of that, my car took damage. So I'm having to get all this information, this data collected, and I'm just realizing it's consuming. But probably less consuming than my trades and what I'm doing on the charts, to be honest. If I'm being real, you could easily go to like tradecapture.io and use Luca's software that he has and just upload a screenshot and put the information in. And I'm probably going to work towards that one day and getting that dialed in. But for now, this has been a great way for me to video log and journal what I have going on, why I got into the trades, why I didn't get into the trades. I can't tell you how many of these I set up that I wanted to get in on. Like this one, for example, I'll show you. This is the MES, and you can see I have a little trade. I hesitated this morning. I didn't get in. I just didn't get in. And I really kind of have done that for 2 days in a row now, and they would have been absolute bangers and ripped. So I'm gonna sit here and document my process. What was going on? Why didn't I take that trade? What stopped me? Why didn't I pull the trigger? Honestly, right now I think it's because I'm hopping on the stream with somebody or somebodies to learn a little bit more discipline and edge in how they're doing things. And I've noticed it's kind of slowed me down on my own execution, which is fine because I'm collecting data right now. That's the point of this journal. And it's a little bit unorthodox. I don't know how many people are creating content journals so like you can follow along with me, but I'm not going to sit here and preach to you how to trade or what to do. You can just watch me. You can just see what I'm doing. I'm just going to analyze and go over. I'll talk about my strategy and what I'm working on, but it's still developing. That's why this is my journal. It keeps my psychological in balance, because what I need to do is analyze myself and my own actions. I've just gotten to a point where I'm no longer blowing accounts. I'm no longer just ripping through the emotional state of like being undisciplined. I'm no longer sitting here and saying, hey, I had to size into that so I could get out of it. Or, hey, I made $1,500, but it was absolutely gambling. That's not something that I want to do long term. I've done it. I've been trading for about 1.5 years, probably with a few months in between of breaks. I've had some moments where I felt like quitting, I'm going to be honest, but I don't think that's in the cards for me. I don't know what the future looks like. I don't know exactly how long I'm going to be able to do this before I become profitable, but right now I'm getting a way better read on the market. I'm flipping from a 2-month losing streak is starting to become more green days. I'm getting a little bit better at managing my risk. I'm getting a little bit better at understanding the market. I'm getting a little bit better with the indicators that I'm using and understanding why I'm using them. And eventually I'll probably fade a little bit away from some of them, but at the same time not, because I'm mostly looking for change of character, break of structures, test in VWAP. Not the VWAP wave, just the VWAP, and looking to see how that aligns with my fair value gaps, my inverse fair value gaps, and then I'm just kind of looking for liquidity. That's nothing really crazy, I don't think. And I'm trying to be a little bit more patient whenever I do get into trades, because when the market opens, there's a lot of volatility a lot of times, and sometimes I get a little bit nervous to get into trades. That's why I'm collecting this data. That's why I'm making this content, so we can sit here and go over it together, hopefully help somebody else out along the way. You can see what I've got going on. Maybe it applies to you, and if it doesn't, that's fine, because this is my journal. This is for me to come back and see what I have going on. I could easily flip through multiple segments and take screenshots if I needed to. If I lost this data, say for some reason I blow the account because I'm sizing up and trying to do something, I get emotional, because that can happen throughout different phases. You can get emotional and you can make some decisions. Like this morning, for example, hopped into a couple trades, and then I noticed I'm looking for a reversal here, and I thought it was a good spot for a reversal. I did take a trade. I think I was up like $86 on the day, but there was one key ingredient missing from my strategy personally. So I locked the account, I shut it down for the day. Now I need to go analyze why I did that. What was going on? What caused me to do that? And I haven't done that yet. I'm gonna go do that right after this, and then I'll upload my daily video. But I think that it's very important to analyze yourself, to have a place and a platform where you can go back and just see what was going on with yourself. And not, for me, I don't do well with like writing things down or going and looking at a file or going and looking somewhere. I am a visual person. I want to see what was going on with me. I want to watch my body language, my thought process, how things were playing out in real time, how they were playing out in my mind, because I try to capture these trades for people so you can see next to what I'm doing. But then I'm also like, this is for me. So as much as I want to share the journey with other people, this is my journal to help my psychology. Because if you don't have this in check, you're not going to be having this in check. You have to focus on self-mastery, in my opinion. That's what I am focused on. I'm not giving you advice here. I'm saying to be a successful trader, you need to be disciplined. You need to be methodical. You need to know why you're getting into your trades, and you need to know how to risk manage your freaking trades. You need to manage your risk, period. You need to have stop losses. You don't need to think that you're a wizard on the markets, period. That's my input. That's my advice. I will give you that piece. I am going to give my opinions on things. Do I think you should apply it? That's for you to decide. That's for you to come up with and for you to understand. So this is what I'm doing. That's why I think that doing a video trade log is super important and can have an ultra benefit in your life if you utilize it right. It'll help you so much. Like today, if I was wrong, I would have lost anywhere from $30 to $100. And getting into these trades, I'm realizing, okay, if I'm going to trade MES, then I need to realize I can get in risking about $70 to $100 right now comfortably, and still we'll play that as the trade. I'm only risking 140 a day, really only trying to take 2 trades. MES, I can make that happen. I'm noticing with MNQ, the volatility is a little bit harder. It can easily fluctuate $150 and not really be a big deal. And for lack of understanding the exact points and ticks right now, because I'm coming from micro gold and it was straight across with the ticks, I'm going to refrain from using that and just use dollar amounts. But I am learning that it is really important to understand what you're risking and why you're risking so you can be comfortable. Like this morning, my nerves were a little unsettled. I have some other things going on in my personal life that I'm trying to sort through. So I'm trying to do way too many things at once. I got my whole family sitting next to me, holding a baby, sitting here trading, and I'm like, yo, you're not in the right state of mind. I went for a 1-to-1, smacked, went straight to it, closed, locked the account, done for the day. 6 p.m. tonight, I'm gonna lock my account again, my risk settings, so tomorrow when I wake up, if I get emotional, I can't hurt myself. So that's why I trade with Top Step X as well, because I can lock myself out and I can earn my way into an account. And that's what I have going on. So I just wanted to take a little minute. Maybe you're a new trader, maybe you've been trading for a while and you're struggling with this aspect. This is what I have been focusing on to help me along the way. And I just really wanted to bring a little bit of insight and peace of my mind to the game and see if you guys find value in it. And if you do, great. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, help get it out to more people. And I really appreciate it. But really what I'm trying to do is not so much like be a teacher or teach or anything like that, but I do want to help share my experience, and hopefully that can bring some value to somebody. One thing I did want to say is, even this morning with the trade I was looking at, I wouldn't have quite got the fill originally. I would have had to wait until the market played out its hand just a little bit more straight up, because we didn't actually come back and test my zone, and we never actually hit my fill today. So like, that's where I adjusted a little bit in the markets, and I was looking for some other moves. But I did learn today that reversals aren't really my thing, and I am leaning a little bit towards how I read the market, and we're going to see what that leads to. I'm going to branch off a little bit, I think, and just kind of test some stuff out. So stay tuned, follow along if you're interested in this kind of content and you want to see how I progress or how I digress. And yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for giving me your time. If you have any questions or there's any information that I can help you with or anything like that, I have no problem sitting here and having conversations and speaking. So just drop a line and we can spend some time. All right, until next time, traders, much love.